are you feeling after coming to a new country?
It's a mixed feeling basically. Sometimes I feel good, sometimes I feel bad. Sometimes I miss my family, sometimes I have fun here.
Okay. So, do you feel depressed, and how are you taking care of your mental health?
Yeah, I do feel depressed sometimes but I am still taking care of my mental health as I talk to a lot of people. I usually share all my problems with my family and friends. It becomes easy for me to cope up with the stress and everything.
According to you, what are the main reasons of stress between the international students?
To manage their time efficiently. These days, students have to manage their academics along with a part-time job, and it is very hectic for them whenever there is an assignment every week and the due date is every week. So, and they also have to manage their part-time also.
How can we tackle with the stressful situations if we must handle it alone? And how can we become mentally fit?
You have to manage your time accordingly. Like, you should start giving the priorities to the important things which are important for you. Suppose if you have any assignments or any academic priority, then you should create a timetable or a planner so that you can finish it timely.
We are grateful to have you involved. So the first question we have for you is, we learned that you are a career educator and clinical counselor with more than 15 years of experience at post-secondary institutions. Could you tell me about your observations and or experiences on how post-secondary students view and look after their mental health?
Yeah, interesting question, right? Given the times that we're living in. So I've been teaching, as you said, in post-secondary for over 15 years and here at Langara for 3.5 years. And what I see here is not that different from other institutions, other than I do think the times we're living in the past 2+ years have been more challenging, right? To put it mildly. But in terms of how do students tend to take care of their mental health, unfortunately, I don't think many do in a proactive way. I think a lot of students come to it reactively when they realize things aren't working for them anymore. They kind of hit the ditch, all the pressures, the stress of the semester, possibly working in conjunction to that. It just all becomes too much. And slowly, they kind of fade. And as an instructor, you notice it because some students just aren't as engaged. They're not as enthusiastic as maybe at the beginning of the term. There's just a dullness. To some students that you notice more than others. But of course, as an instructor, it's not immediately my job to be singling out any one student and addressing them on my end. If they come to me, for sure, I'm willing to, try to assist them. I have to be careful too, right? Not to draw that fine line of being a clinical therapist, right? It's tempting for me to want to say, come to my office hours and we'll have a therapy session. But I can't be doing that, right? So, we do have resources on campus, but I do think that my hope is that students will become a little bit more proactive in taking care of themselves. We all need to make a choice to put ourselves first, to put our health first, in particular our mental health. So I think society is doing a better job. Langara is doing a really good job, I think, of making resources available. There's meditation classes, yoga classes, there is the counseling department. But I understand students still need to make that choice for themselves. And it doesn't have to be anything really fancy. As you know, being one of my students, I start every class with a mindful moment. And it really, really is my hope in doing that as I take 5 to 10 minutes of every class, it's modeling for the students and giving students an experience of, let's slow down.